us do live in the horizontal, unfortunately. So, yeah, we're stuck with vertical.
Yeah,
So, yeah, well, welcome to YouTube. We'll turn on comments here so we can see what's going on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Millbrook Railroad. And, well, we have a switch frog here. Well, we have lack of a switch frog here. So, Eric here has drawn out what the switch frog is supposed to look like. I think I got it oriented wrong.
Yeah, that's the right way.
Yeah, that's it, right there. So, I've got to make a switch frog that's about this long. So, I'm going to go from this crease to this crease. So, that means I got to mark things up with a marker here.
I have a Sharpie in my pocket.
You have a Sharpie in your pocket?
I no longer have a Sharpie in my pocket.
Have a Sharpie in your
Hold
pocket.
on.
It's in your other pocket.
It's in my other pocket. Let's try my other pocket.
Your other pocket?
My other. No, it's in there somewhere.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we'll just make a mark with this right here. There we go. And we'll make a mark with this right here. There. All right. That works. Yes. Drawing with a tie. That's high tech. So, this is the point where the rails cross. We're going to go make a point where the rails cross. In reality, in real life.
We're going to do the thing.
Eric is helping me out with the camera work, by the way.
Oh, there we go. There's chat.
There's chat.
Found chat. Hello, people.
Alrighty, welcome to the mess. I mean, shop. Everybody's shop's a mess, isn't it?
If your shop's not a mess, that means you're not really using it.
Well, either that or you're really, really, really organized, which I'm not.
Here, we'll switch sides.
So, I've already done some setting up ahead of time. I think that's the right... Yeah, it's actually the right length. We're close enough anyway.
STM Sapphire model says, a messy shop is a useful shop. Well, as long as you can find everything.
Most of the time I can, yes. So we're going to cut the... hang on, let me explain what I'm doing here. This is the plate where I'm mounting everything to. This is going to be one of the frog rails. And I've got to cut at least 2 of these, maybe 4. We'll figure it out as we go along. You know, the smart thing might be to measure this and make marks.
It might help.
It might. Here I am doing the yeah, sort of, that's close enough way. But,
I'm trying to remember where that Sharpie went.
Don't worry, I have more.
Yay.
Okay. We have Sharpie. We have...
The other one will turn up somewhere.
I've got a short little scale here somewhere. No, it's not in there. It should be in that, but it's not. So...
I'm not entirely sure what it looks like.
We were saying about shops where you can't find anything?
Yeah, I jinxed it.
Yeah, well. Oh, 10 inches. That works. 10 inches works. So we'll mark this at 10 inches with the...
STM is asking about the caboose.
The caboose.
The caboose.
That belongs to a customer. And it is nearly complete. Go ahead and pan over to that.
Here, let's take a look at the caboose.
It's great. It looks great. That came out wonderful.
It did. It's a beautiful caboose now. It looks a lot better than when it showed up here.
And it's only about 3/4 of the way done. We have more parts sitting over here that I just hit with a fresh coat of green. I had to drill and tap a bunch of little holes in here.
We've also got a ladder hanging up here.
Yeah, I've got a ladder hanging up. It's drying. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in the Millbrook Railroad shop that just doesn't get it to YouTube because, well...
It's customer work.
It's customer work, yeah, you know. Is everybody really interested in that? Maybe. I know some of you are going to be interested in anything no matter what I do, but sometimes it's hard to film.
Especially when, you know, you don't have 2 people.
Yeah. Sometimes it just takes 2 people to film stuff. Alright, I'm going to stick that in my back pocket.
Watch, the other Sharpie's now going to end up in my pocket. There it goes.
He will break steel bars with his bare hands.
After a slight cut.
Just deburr that so we don't cut our fingers.
I like my fingers to stay with all that red stuff inside of it.
Yeah. By the way, it's hot when you do that.
A little warm there.
Little warm. Little warm. I got a little too close to the hot part.
Wear your PPE, kids. Hello, Briggs Canyon.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. We're making a switch frog.
We're doing things.
All right.
A switch frog to the ever elusive turntable.
This is the turntable switch we're working on.
We're trying.
I think I want to move over to the device.
That might.
That makes more sense.
It does.
Oh, the 662, by the way.
Very, very slow progress.
She still needs some boiler work, by the way. And that's kind of what's slowing things down. I lack the equipment to do the actual repair on the boiler, which is the silver soldering. So I have to get some more equipment. And actually,
Might as well.
I'm gonna go ahead and move this around in here. So right there, I need to silver solder that, and I also need to finish cleaning this up. But that's it's also an update on the 662. I didn't think about that. Yeah, so I have to heat the whole boiler up as a whole, so I don't create any stress cracks, and then silver solder each end of that too.
Right, see, I didn't know you had to heat the whole boiler up.
You got to heat the whole boiler up for that. That's why this
boy.
hasn't been done yet.
I thought it was something like regular soldering.
Yeah. One of the Canadian boiler guys who used to make copper boilers would, he had a fireplace at home, and he built a spit because he made so many boilers. And he'd turn the boilers on a spit while he was making them. And so he would silver solder in all the sheets. He'd do the crown sheet and everything. Yeah.
Spit roasted boilers.
Spit roasted boilers.
I wonder what he'd use for seasoning.
Probably black flux.
Sparky.
I don't guarantee I'll be that slick next time.
Well, that one you cut all the way through. You didn't.
That was pretty slick, though. I
That
guess.
was. You forgot your spark bucket again. It's a little warm.
Spark bucket?
Yeah, you can reuse those, didn't you know?
Well,
They're somewhere down there.
I'll sweep them up.
We'll
later.
find them.
Okay, so we've got our two. We need two more. Yeah, we need two more of these, I think. Actually, let's see. Let's lay these out. Let's get this MT out of the way. Which is actually going to be, thank you, nice catch.
I couldn't catch that one.
Oh well, that's okay. That empty is going to be an air tank. Okay, so that's going to be like that. That's going to be like that.
The stool is over here. I'd prop up on the stool. I don't know where it went though.
And this is working. So
Good day from the Netherlands.
G'day. Well, so we've got me struggling for a second, which is perfectly normal.
It's the typical struggle.
Yeah, it's typical. Yeah, when you just gotta stare at it until it does something.
If I
Either
turn my
something
phone-
clicks in your head, or it just makes itself.
I mean, hold on. I'm going to try something because someone just said a comment. If you turn this phone sideways and do it panoramic, it will change.
Will
Oh,
it?
howdy from Texas. Well, let's see. Does it change? Orientation is locked. Hold on, because I locked it. Oh, uh-oh.
You locked it.
I locked it. Hold on. Let's see. Nope, YouTube locks it. So it's stuck. It's stuck sideways. So we apologize for that. We spent about 15 minutes trying to figure out how to get it to do the right thing earlier.
Yeah,
And it just simply refused.
Welcome to YouTube.
Making everything harder since, I don't know, when was the last update?
Last week.
Yeah, we figured there's a setting for that somewhere that locks it into vertical mode, but we gotta rummage through and find it.
I haven't found it yet. We're doing this from a phone. So
Yeah, we're also doing this from a phone.
This is the mobile version, which is very much stripped down.
Yeah, if I if I hook this to my computer, I could probably get it to do it, but I don't know.
It's not worth it right now.
We've already started.
Yeah.
We're 12 minutes deep. We can't back out now.
Well, we could, but it would be very disruptive.
It
to
would.
the workflow. Because I've already gotten into a groove here working. So
Yeah, I could see that.
we're not going to interrupt this.
Yeah, it's both complicated and not at the same time because it likes to strip down and remove features that, make everything easier to use.
Yeah.
I'm replying to comments and everything as I go along, too.
Ah. Okay, so we're going to cut these two pieces here, which will go on the opposite side of the frog, I think. This is the way I think I'm going to do it right now, anyway.
I mean, I could answer this question. So the question was, the comment disappeared. Hold on. Live chat. There we go. Have a question. Are you also going to lay tracks behind the turntable in front of the house, or is the turntable the end of the line?
We are going to lay tracks.
We are going to lay tracks. There will be shop leads.
We have the rail.
There's also other things coming from that turntable, but that is down the line.
Yeah.
No pun intended. Ooh. Maybe don't point that at your face.
Maybe not. It looks worse than it is.
Yeah.
Let me place that there.
As for if it's the end of the line, Aaron, if you want to answer that.
Well, it's not quite the end of the line. I mean, we've got... This is the end of the line.
Into the shop.
Into the shop.
Oh, I see another pretty decent-sized comment.
And by the way, here's another customer project right here. One I just finished yesterday.
Oh, that is quick. That is a speedy little bugger.
It is speedy.
Now I see why you said careful. The Norton is live.
Yes. And apparently the trim is a little bit off. There we go.
Now the
There we
trim
go.
is where its
So the
idle
trim
position is.
Yeah, it's its center position and it's adjustable on the radio control.
Oh, how many more engines are planned to be built for the Millbrook Railroad? I know the 71 needs to be built again, and I heard something about the 72 at one point.
Yeah, there's at least 2 in the next year that need to be built. Beyond that, whenever we need one.
workload calls for it. I'm taking a spark shower over here.
Really, it looks a lot worse than it is.
Yeah, it doesn't feel as bad. It just sucks when you have to pick the little pieces of metal out of your shirt later.
Only if I have a nylon shirt.
Yeah, which I do.
Cotton, it doesn't matter.
Cotton, it'll bounce right off.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we got 4 pieces here, and so we can lay these out like this-ish, something like this.
Something,
Something
railroad,
like,
something.
yeah. So on, so on, so forth.
Hey, SDM Sapphire Model says, this is really cool seeing how this all gets done. Been a fan for a long time.
Well, let's see. You know what? These may be twice as long as they need to be because I initially made this length for the full thing, and I may need to make another cut at 5 inches.
Oh yeah, have them.
Yeah,
warm
they're
there.
still hot.
Warm. Only slightly warm.
Yeah, so I'm going to make this plate next.
Now, the plate's going to be 10 inches, right?
The plate's going to be 10 inches because it's the full length of the frog. Okay, I'm not doing well on this.
No.
That's better. Now I have a line to go by.
Yeah.
You know, if you were on the back side, the cars are much prettier that way.
They are.
Over there.
And speaking of which, talk about Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Sparks are reaching all the way over here. You know, this lawnmower makes a good spark wall.
One of these days I'll fix it.
Also, Briggs Canyon says, where's that comment? I just said it. Really impressed with your railroad livery. Right now I'm sitting in just at my switcher and a gondola dilapidated caboose on its way to me.
Nice. Welcome to hernia gauge. What am I doing over this?
I don't know. You've got a couple of belts. You got that one right
Thing
there.
right here. If you slide over here.
I will slide over that way.
There we go.
And someone else said CSX wheel slip be like. I don't know. I think Pan Am was worse when I was there.
Maybe.
I never saw sparks when I worked at CSX.
A little warm on this
I
side.
was about to say, careful, man. Give it a love cut.
Didn't mean to do that. Oh, wait a minute. No, I meant to do that. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, you meant to do that one.
Yeah.
40 viewers.
Flatten that off a bit.
Now, what kind of grit is on that belt sander? That's just a new question.
Forget.
Sapphire Models. Complete professionalism here. No tomfoolery whatsoever.
No.
No. We're professional railroaders. We know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Well, to a degree.
You're professional.
Well, I guess I'm a professional railroader. I work with trains for a living.
I'm not anymore.
Cheap laser cutter on 120 or 220 need an air compressor. Won't burn metal and less sparks everywhere. Well, that comes with getting a laser cutter.
Well, also there's this saw over here. I mean, this saw, pieces of it missing, down at the machine shop, waiting for shop time to be repaired.
If it's made of metal, it needs shop time.
So yeah, my hacksaw's broken. I'm not sure which dust is worse, this or paint dust.
Yeah, that's no fun.
I think this is 120 grit, by the way.
Oh, 120 grit for the belt?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will get my money's worth out of it.
I hope so.
It'll be 680 grit by the time I'm done with it.
All right, back to the drawing board.
Back to the drawing board over here.
Oh, drawing cardboard at least.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to cut these in half again. And let's see. Just make sure that I'm thinking right here. Alright, so gauge side is over here. Gauge side is over here.
I should have marked that.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait a minute.
No, yeah. This would be...
This one.
Yeah, the gauge side is on this side for this rail. Gauge side is on this side for this rail. This is the inside rail. This is the track that comes in like this.
I thought this was the one that curved out.
Yeah, this is the one that curves over. This is the outside rail for the turnout.
Gauge side. And over here, let's see. This one's also going to be gauge side here.
No, that is
because they cross over here.
Yes. This is the. Wait. So this track comes over like this, and
let's carry this
let's
out.
go back outside to the grade out yonder. We go again
Out of the shop and
into the grass.
out to the work site.
Luckily, the work site isn't too far away. It's all of, I don't know, 40 steps.
How would you like your eggs?
They were good.
Well, I said, how would you like your eggs?
Oh. So yeah, this would be gauge side here, and this would be gauge side on this side.
Yeah, this is gauge side. This is gauge side.
Yes, but the way you were, oh, you're on the, okay. Yeah, because the way I drew that, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
And it reverses because we're crossing over. So this becomes...
No, this
is gauge side.
Flip this around, that's why.
What?
Flip this around.
Flip
Here,
that around.
flip the whole cardboard around.
Oh, I'm looking at it backwards?
No, you're not. Never mind. I'm just
I didn't think I was.
All right, never mind. I'm just off.
Align this right here. Align this here. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
No, because you had it flipped the other way on when we were inside, that's all that was confusing me. Oh no, I don't think too good in the morning.
Well, you have to mark these because otherwise...
Yeah, I should have marked them when I was out here, then you get this happening.
No. At some point you have to mark them because it gets confusing.
It does.
Even for me, that's why I was marking the gauge side. So this is going to go here, and so so we're going to have basically, this is going to be 2 pieces here, and then we're going to have basically 2 pieces crossing here. So make sure I've got this right. And it's going to be rather sharp angle off each end of this, but looks like it'll work for me. All right, back to the shop, and we'll work on it. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm not using this wonderful, beautiful switch frog, it's because it's not sharp enough. This is a number 4 switch, maybe. I don't know. We'll just make a custom switch frog for it. But I had these switch frogs made for me, and they're wonderful switch frogs most of the time, until you make a switch that
It's sharp.
is too sharp. And this was the best curve we could do, actually.
With what we had, yeah.
We really don't have the room to go with a number 7 like this. Or this might be a number 8. I forget what I had Peter do when he
A wide
made
curve.
those. That's a mainline switch frog is what that is. I've got another one down the other end of this switch. It's the switch frog that you don't feel, or that you don't hear when I'm rolling up and down the track.
Someone asked, why are they called frogs?
Oh, why are they called frogs? Well, let's take a look at this.
Kind of looks
Kind of looks like a webbed foot. And if you use your imagination a little bit, you know, these are the frog legs here. You know,
Yeah.
and this is the frog head. It's kind of like that.
Back then, people were
Kinda
a lot
looks like
more
a webbed
imaginative.
foot. I don't know.
That's what I always thought, is because they do kind of look like it looks like a
Yeah.
frog jumping away. Ooh,
Kind of.
they almost
don't
fall.
trip. Watch out for tripping hazards. This is a rail yard.
Yeah, and I'm in Crocs.
Good choice. So, speaking of switch frogs, the reason this one here is such a mess, you see this one's fabricated as well. So this is the first one I attempted welding, and it's basically incomplete. So this one is one of the roughest switches I have, and I'm going to have to do this.
Eventually.
Put this, something like this up against it, over here, and over here. Make sure it's going to support the tread of the wheel. This is kind of locked down, so I can't really easily show you that. But right now, that's...
I mean, I could unlock it pretty easily.
right now we're building a switch frog.
Yeah, let's not get sidetracked. Well, let's finish the sidetrack.
Yeah, let's finish the sidetrack before we get sidetracked. Unfortunately, a live stream isn't as slick as...
Yes, I live very close.
straight up.
For those who are wondering, I am bunking here at the moment. I rent a room and my payment is track work. Things are falling.
What?
Things were falling.
Things are falling?
Things were falling when I tried to shut the door. Like the kneeling pads.
Oh. Alright, so I'm gonna line this up. I'm gonna have to cut this.
Yeah, I said that too.
What's that?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, Briggs was wondering, will the bigger switch rod come back into the woodchuck siding when that eventually gets going?
Yes. Well, that's one of half a dozen I had, or maybe a dozen. Let's see, how many of those switch frogs do I have left?
Yeah, good
I
couple.
think I have 10 left. So, no, I ordered 7, not a dozen. So I have 5 left.
Yeah, there's like 2 of them out there.
There's 2 of them out there. That's going to go on the lower end of woodchuck run siding, or maybe somewhere else. I had originally intended to switch all the switch frogs over to those, and maybe I still will. But switch frogs takes a lot of time, even if you've already made them. Putting a switch in is super time consuming.
Tell me about it. This one's been what, a couple weeks, and we've been working on this for about a month now.
We've been working on this since May.
Oh yeah, because that's when we started
Yeah.
getting that turntable cleaned up and.
Yeah. So this is.
Yes, math. Math is mathing.
Yeah. So I have to geometry this. And me and geometry, we get along sorta. There's my visual shop math right there. Oh, there's an intersection. Let's just dissect it. Dissect it? Anyway.
One of those
Dissect
words.
it. One of those words. We'll intersect the intersection. Alright, so that's that. And we cut there. And let's see. How are we going to do the flange way? Because we have to do a flange way.
I mean, we could just split it, or we could, make a U shape for the flange to cross over. Something that the flange won't jump and smack into.
Right. Well, we're going to have to adjust this with an angle grinder anyway. So,
Whew.
the gauge side, maybe have a guardrail or something.
Maybe one of those little 3-tie long guardrails like I've been suggesting.
We're gonna do something. Whatever it is, it'll be something.
It'll be a piece of track.
Now let's not lose track.
Yes. 12:45 of you watching. Hello.
That?
I was gonna say something, but I lost track.
Oh. Alright, I think we're going to cut this right here.
Oh, my hand is cramping. I've been holding the phone up for 30 minutes.
Oh, it just occurred to me that I do have a device that holds cameras. So.
Oh, we do have a camera holding apparatus.
Camera holding apparatus. However, it makes it so you can't see the chats.
I mean, I could still stand behind it and monitor it, but,
Yeah, it's. And if you ever wonder what I use to hold the camera with,
it's that thing.
it's this.
I have one too. I just don't use it as often.
Yeah, I use it all the time. Yeah, undo it and it just kind of flops all over the place. Yeah.
We have the phone folded open. How do we? Will it stay live if we close it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Well, just relax your grip. Don't have a death grip on it. So let's see. I'm going to have to do this weird angle with an angle grinder because my saw is broken.
Weird angle with the angle.
Weird angle with the angle grinder.
Hmm.
I think that's the angle I want right there. And I could just be messing this whole thing up too. But,
Well, you have 2 more to work with.
Yeah, I've got more stock. I have more stock in the engine house.
Do you have stocks in stock?
I think I sold my stock. I have stock in Berkshire Hathaway. Maybe $1's worth.
Hmm. I'm going to, I guess I'll stand here.
I gotta think about my setup before I actually make a cut. What I may do is cut this.
Make sure the angle of the dangle is accurate and plumb.
Something like that.
Something or other.
I think I may just cut it straight. I think I just tore my pant leg too.
Uh-oh. Just gonna cut straight?
I'm just gonna cut straight and then I'll angle it later.
Yeah, okay.
tone this is doing, all I can think of is down, down. Rock lobster.
Also, we have more requests for caboose time.
Caboose time.
It's caboose time.
It's pretty unfinished too.
Yeah.
It's pretty incomplete.
All right. Is there any way you can figure out a camera mount? I need to step away for a moment.
Camera mount. How about this? We'll do this. So, have we got comments? We'll get comments back up here.
I've kind of been keeping up on the comments.
There we go.
I will return.
Oh, let's see. So we've got comments. Yeah, math is mathing. Peter Hansen, how to put a mark into direction, so know which direction everything's going. Put a line. Well, that's what we did here with these. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that caboose does look nice. Oh, how's that old girl in the background coming along? Well, I need to make a heater that heats up the entire boiler, so I can put the so I can silver solder the tube in without stressing out the rest of the boiler. I don't want to cause any stress cracks. So, major thing to remember with a steam engine is, or with anything actually, slow and steady oftentimes wins the race. I take more time to stop and learn about what I'm doing on this from old timers who have done it before than I do actually doing stuff on this. That way I minimize the amount of mistakes I make and hopefully don't scrap this boiler, because it's an expensive thing to scrap. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure we do it right. Also, there's a lot more work that needs to be done here. And this right here is, there's a lot of play in there, and a lot of play in this direction too, the up and down. So this thing has been very much loved. I mean, that's supposed to do that, but we just feel along all the joints. Every single joint clicks. So, let's see. This one, not so bad. Oh, she's a little clunky. So, a lot of work needs to be done. A lot of sleeving. So, she's kind of in limbo at the moment while I get a bunch of other projects done, like that right there, and that right there. This one's done, and so is the engine. So those are going out the door, and then getting this finished. That's another customer project, and that's customer projects like this helps pay for projects like this. And yeah, the least expensive part of this steam engine was buying it. So the rest of it's gonna be not as cheap. I have to rent machine time. That's kind of an unfortunate thing, but well, if you ever saw the condition of my lathe, you'd understand. It's not in a condition that it'll hold a tolerance. Well, it'll hold a tolerance, but not a good one. So back onto this over here. We've got. I might have to stare at this for a few minutes and think, but let's see where we're at right now. So we've got this. It's going to be here. Wait a minute. It's going to be like this. There we go. Kind of like this. Trying to look through the camera so you guys get to see what I'm seeing. A little bit of a struggle, but I'll make it through. Be fine. So the gauge side over here is over here, but the gauge side over here is, the gauge side on this one. Okay. So we'll turn this like this. That gives me a valley for a flangeway. That's going to be like that. And let's see, it's going to be like that. Kind of like that. All right. Still got some more adjustments to make to this. I got some more cutting to do. Obviously, I turned this around the wrong way. Let's see, how did I have that? I was cutting that like this. There we go. Like I said, I have to stare at it for a few minutes and figure it out. So I got to figure out how wide this gap needs to be on the crossing point of the frog. There we go. That's getting there. Gauge side, okay. So my flangeway needs to be 1/4 inch actually, because this is a dual gauge track. Dual gauge being 7.5 and 7 1/4 inch gauge. So a lot of different things can run on it. So it looks like I've got to do a cut here, and I got to finish this cut here. So just waiting for Eric to get back down here into the shop. So any other questions here? This is coming along pretty good actually, a lot quicker than I thought. I figured it would take an hour and a half to make a frog, maybe 2, but we're 42 minutes into it, and made a lot more progress than I thought I would. This is probably where I have the least amount of experience on this, making switch frogs. Well, this can be an expensive hobby for sure. Briggs Canyon Railroad says definitely an expensive hobby. It can be. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it can be an expensive hobby, and it can be a less expensive hobby too. It can be depends how much you want to put into it. As far as the steam engine goes, I think it deserves more than just a quick, cheap, and dirty repair. So I'm counting on it costing more money than maybe it will, because I know a lot less about steam than I do electric. Having an electrical background, my day job is broadcast engineering, so I deal with pulse width modulation circuits fairly regularly. So, putting a pulse width modulated motor controller in a locomotive is like installing a 100-watt transmitter with a lot less work, because I don't have to deal with the audio circuits that are accompanied with it. So, and if you do electric, it could be a much cheaper hobby, which is why I've resisted steam for so long. And a year ago when I got this steam engine, I'll pan over to the steam engine without making it dizzy too much. So a year ago when I got this steam engine, I actually wasn't looking for one. It just kind of fell in my lap. And like a fool, I said yes. But I say that with tongue in cheek. I don't think I'm going to regret having bought this engine, but I know it's going to be a long process getting it going again. So, I got to catch up with the comments here. Yeah, great job for not having the experience. Yeah, well, thank you. I've built 3 switch frogs from scratch, and this is my second one that's fabricated from steel. So, yeah, that's where the lack of experience is. It's not quite green, but it's not. I'm not seasoned either. I'm much more seasoned on troubleshooting and building little locomotives and things like that. And speaking of locomotives, there's a wheel set to probably 72. Yeah, that's a wheel set to number 72. 71 is going to be 7 1/4. is a 7.5-inch gauge wheel set. And yes, I can run it here. I can run them both here. And let's see, I think Eric's almost back. Almost. We'll just pan down to the 1001. This is the first car I ever built, if you haven't seen it yet. This is a gondola that I made from plans. And it's 6 feet long. You see the new date is 0610. Millbrook 1001. All right, Eric's back, so now we can get back to actually.
Yeah, I can do the thing.
You can do the thing. And I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this angle, and I'm going to cut an angle on this too. Just make it so I can kind of put things together.
Yeah.
Then we'll fiddle with this and see if we can make it fit. I'm going to have to cut this in half too. So I will cut this straight. I think that's what I'll do. I'll cut this straight right now, and I'll cut this angle and yeah. Then we'll deal with the other angles on the opposite end after. Back to the old grind.
Ye old grind. Oh, how'd you get it to keep the chat open?
Just fiddled with the screen until it stayed open.
Okay.
I don't pretend to know what I'm doing.
You dropped it.
Okay. I've got to adjust that.
A little warm.
One moment, please.
Is this when I start playing the Spanish Flea?
No need to.
Oh, there's more comments, but I didn't see them because it didn't scroll up.
Oh, yeah.
Hello from Denmark.
Hello.
Do you print your own graphics for your own rolling stock? Well, he prints them in, he prints the negatives. He prints them as a mask and then paints them on because the paint lasts a lot longer. From the Herald's Railroad in Denmark. I'll have to look that up. I think I've heard of that. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, though. My apologies if I am.
My Danish isn't very good either.
Yeah, it's spelled. Hold on. Harrrild. Herald, at least. A Taste of Honey. You know, I don't remember that one off the top of my head.
Oh, what's that?
The song, because when I mentioned the Spanish Flea.
Oh, yeah. Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass.
Oh, okay. He knows more about music than I do. But when you work in radio, you tend to pick it up.
You do. You do.
Careful, your other piece is sliding away.
Aha!
It tried to escape.
Hot boiled.
Naughty, naughty. Yep, Herp Alpert and Tijuana Brass. I don't know why I love that song.
It's a fun song, that's why. Yeah, now it's going to be running through your head for the rest of the day.
Until I actually listen to it.
Yep. Okay, so we're going to...
We have something that resembles a switch frog.
Yes. And the reason I've done this is because I have to make the crossing part.
Yeah. You know, we could just take an axle out there and see what it does. You could take those out there and see what it...
We could. Hi.
Hi.
Why don't you grab an axle?
I'm going to go grab a set of trucks.
Why don't you grab a truck?
I'm going to grab a truck.
Yeah.
Not the semi kind.
The plum cove truck.
A plum? Aren't they just plum? The dropping of things need to be the yakety sax.
Yeah.
Oh, man. We'd have too much fun.
That's Boots Randolph.
Yeah. I have trucks. Did I miss anything?
Oh, don't forget to shut the door.
Oh, yes. I was about to say, my hands are a little full.
I will get the door.
He's getting the shop door. I guess it's just us now. Let's see, did I gauge this properly? I did. Ooh, that rolls nice and smooth. I think I did a good job of gauging that.
Yeah. It helps that the bearings aren't completely shot.
Yeah.
Well, there is a bit of a jog right there.
Well, like I said, I got to put the joint in.
And got to profile the rail, kind of bend it into shape.
Yes.
At the end.
So it's not so much of a
Yeah. How's that go again?
Yeah. It's Leviosa.
Okay. Let me just make sure what I'm doing here is actually going to kind of sort of work.
Only kind of, sort of. Doesn't need to be perfect. Well.
Okay. So that gives us the curve we need there. And over here, what I may actually want to do before I get too far is, after lining this up over here, okay, let me just line that so it's not all crooked like. Alright. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld. I'm going to start by welding here somewhere. I'm going to tack this on the back sides. And it just occurred to me that I'm not very well prepared at the moment for welding this up because I've got wet paint stuff on my welding table. Well, I guess I should have thought of that before, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I didn't know we were going to be welding today either.
Well, we're welding up a switch frog.
It's true.
Yeah. So, when you're making a switch frog from scratch, you got to weld it up. So right here, this is how it's going to be. I'm going to have to place this in place.
Oh, dang it.
And weld it up.
Now I gotta go. Now I gotta get up again.
Now back inside. It's a back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. Ow, what did I do?
I'm not going to do this on the wire feed. I'm going to do this on the MIG welder, which is a wire feed, but
Better.
different. It's not flux core.
That sounds like a really bad genre of music, flux core. I don't even want to know what that would sound like.
It's Back to the Future time warp music.
It's that little jingle in Sonic CD when you time travel.
Yeah. Flux core, yeah.
Wait, I can't sing that.
All right.
Just hanging him out to dry again.
Just don't open the garage door.
Oh.
This will all lying down to the floor
Yeah.
in spectacular fashion.
Oh, it's a little stuck.
Not anymore.
Just gonna leave them hanging.
I'm just gonna leave them hanging.
I could make like 18 different puns about this. Or at least 7.
You're not going where I think you're going.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's just wrong. This isn't that kind of channel.
We do that off the string.
No.
Anyway.
Flux core. That's a good challenge. Just might have to make some. Oh no, he's gonna make flux core music. Who was that by? So I know who to keep an eye on. Flux core by the Transgalactic Express Trains. Oh boy, that's just a name for the railroad. But you know what?
Sorry, that sounds like disco to me.
Yeah.
Shove that out of the way.
Yeah, just hook it to the Norton.
Unfortunately, the coupler on that end is frozen.
Oh, it's still nah.
Yeah. It's frozen.
Man.
Let it go.
Cold doesn't bother me anyways.
Yeah.
That is such a nice caboose though.
It is a nice caboose.
Looks like, I don't know if you've done videos on the caboose, but it definitely did not look this nice when it got here.
No, it did
It was
not.
the same well, generally the same colors, but if this is anything to go by on what it looked like when it got here.
Yeah. That's the piece. This is the hardest piece to fix, actually, because it's done with soft solder, and so it falls apart every time you heat it up. I'm redoing it with brazing.
Well, at least it's easy to take apart.
Well, yeah, but it's already lined up, so it makes it a little harder. Enter fixture table.
With varying shades of green and brown.
Yeah, it's looking a little green right now.
A little green in the gills.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get me a stool to sit on. Here you go.
We'll do the camera handoff again. And let me see if we can catch up with comments. There we go.
I've been doing pretty good at keeping up with them.
Okay. Yeah, we're still working on it. We'll eventually have a switch frog by the end of this stream, but this is not a fast process.
No, that's why I asked if you could stream it.
So that's why we're streaming it, yes.
Okay.
All right.
The camera mount.
Camera back over here.
I am the camera mount.
Put that out of the way.
Get that out of the way. Remind me to run the vacuum over that.
Yeah, I've got to run the vacuum through the whole shot. It's a mess. Well, we're making
Hello
progress.
from Florida, Train Boy.
All right. Hello.
Not that Train Boy, the other Train Boy.
Well, hello anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know which one you were thinking of, so.
Yeah, there's a couple of them out there.
Yeah. Well, let's put this over
Here,
here out of the way.
I can take that and set that beside me.
Sit this right here.
Yeah, I'll just sit over there.
Yeah.
Wait, I should probably get a welding mask. Remember, folks, don't look at the bright light. What is that?
I don't think it'll work.
Oh. It seems to be missing some pieces.
It does. Alright, that one's mine.
Where's the steam train? The steam engine is still sitting over there in various bits and bobs.
I've gotten that
But
question a few times.
yeah, you should just host a Q&A tonight. Or maybe
not
tomorrow.
A bad idea.
I don't know. It's green. It is very green.
Anyway, if you want to use that,
I'll use that for my piece and sake of mine.
Yeah, there we go.
So I don't go blind.
You don't go blind if you don't look at it.
That's
You're
true.
only looking through the screen.
Oh, yeah, I'll just look through this screen then.
Yeah.
Haha. Wait a second, that's a good workaround of welding. Use a camera.
Sorta. It
Yeah.
sorta works.
It only sort of works. It's still pretty bright.
Yeah. Very bright.
Also, then you got to try and hold a camera and your welding rig.
Yeah. That's why I don't generally do.
Also, you have to worry about the Spalding splattering into the camera. Look like a doctor getting ready for surgery.
Very similar.
I still remember seeing this meme, how new welding hires expect to be treated fresh out of welding school. And they're
Versus reality.
versus reality. And they have this new guy who's sitting on his knees, getting all prepped up like he's the head surgeon. Hello, Pedro. Pedro? I saw that at the corner of my eye. Hold on. Ah, yes. Yep, Pedro Trains. Or Trends. Trens.
Friends.
Trends. Trends and friends.
Fabricating.
Yes.
That's my best thing. So don't ask for anything better. That's all I got.
That's all you're gonna get.
That's all I got. That's all I can afford. Yeah.
You Poe. So Poe, you can't afford the R. Oh, okay, it is Pedro Trains. Okay.
Okay.
But yes, hello.
You know what I think is hilarious?
Oh!
It's
Trends is Spanish for trains.
yeah. No, what I think is hilarious is the German word for train.
What's that?
Fart.
We're adults here. Zifatenwagen. It wagons farts. Yeah, there's this whole rabbit hole we went down of Ziflamen with it. It's West Ziflamen. Oh, the lighting is doing some interesting things from that window.
Ah.
Keeps getting brighter in here.
Oh.
Oh, you live in Brazil. Okay.
Ah, that's Portuguese.
Oh, okay. That's why.
Brazil's an interesting place. I don't know much about it, but
Yeah,
it's the trains are interesting.
The trains are very interesting, and the railroad I work for was about to sell some ST70s to Brazil. Good morning, David McConnell. I think I'm going to readjust where I'm sitting because the lighting is doing just some funkiness while I'm here.
Yeah. The light coming in from the...
It's fighting the light behind me. It keeps pulsing brighter and quieter. Quieter? Dimmer. Brighter and dimmer. I mean, it's still doing it, but not as bad. Is that just...
What operation is this?
Is it just feeding the wire through that?
Yeah, it feeds the wire through. But it also feeds gas through at the same time.
Oh, I was just wondering why the copper was so long. It's just an oddly long piece of... Oh, it's not supposed to be that long.
Not supposed to be that long.
So it's just been feeding this whole time.
No. That's from last time I used it.
Oh, okay.
Just gotta be careful. Let's see, where's the sleeve best? Over here? Or probably over here. Alright. I'm going to tack this in a couple of places. Hopefully not interfere with myself later. Now, let's see. Yeah, that's the right size for this thickness. There. Didn't need to hit the button quite yet.
Be careful.
I got it at the right settings. That sounds right.
Yeah, it's
Bacon.
frying bacon. That's when you know you're doing it right.
Yep.
Look at the pretty blue light. Don't. Well, not with your bare eyes.
Well, they're looking through a camera.
Yeah, they're looking through a camera. I'm looking through a camera, and even just sitting behind the camera, the light around it is kind of painful.
It's intense.
It is very intense.
It's not quite as bad as looking at an eclipse.
No. Yeah, for those wondering, don't look at eclipse with your bare eyes. Yeah, I know you were kidding, but PSA, don't. That is the end of my public service announcement.
The more you know.
Ding, ding, ding.
Those NBC shooting star PSAs.
Yeah. That's what I was doing, the little jingle that came from that.
Let's see. I think I want to...
Ooh, it smells. It smells like hot metal in here now.
You see you know good, buddy. Oh, wrong hot metal. Let's go out and see how it winds.
Yeah, let's go see what it does out there. I have my... Yeah, we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming. The Great Out Yonder. I'm holding the cart.
Hang on, I gotta fix something quick.
Uh-oh. Oh, that.
Keep tripping over this.
Piece of pant.
These are shop pants.
All of my pants are shop pants.
A lot more of my shop pants are a lot more of my pants are shop pants now.
Yeah.
I got 2
At
points.
some point, I want to learn how to weld. Yeah, me too. At some point, I'll give it a shot.
Well, my advice to you is if you have access to a welder at all, then you know what? There's a nice book. The FFA, Future Farmers of America, did a nice book about welding. You can get it online, Amazon, places like that. I think I have it here. Hang on.
He's going to get the book. He's over there now. The sea of shop crap. Oh, yeah, it is. It's that book.
Yeah, right here. It's oh, sorry, wrong book. This book. It's an excellent book if you just want to learn how to weld. Welding, everything you need to know. So, from the Future Farmers of America.
Pedro asks, are we making a lane-changing device? If by
yes.
that you mean a switch, then yes. We are working on the frog right now.
We can do switches in this too.
You can, but
They're a little easier.
are they?
They take a lot less time.
Got to be a YouTube on it. On what, may I ask? Welding or putting in the switch? Uh-oh. I heard stuff hit the ground.
Oh, it's just a pie.
It's just a pie? Was it raspberry or cherry?
Raspberry.
Okay. Oh, YouTube video on welding. Well, that is a errand
I am
question.
not the person to do what YouTube video on welding, but there are plenty other excellent welders on YouTube. I am not one of them.
As we can.
I mean, this is
the puddles of metal.
and these aren't bad, but
No,
if you whack these with a hammer hard enough, they will come off. They're not penetrating all the way through, I'm sure. Although maybe one or two of them did. But anyway.
Well, now we go back
Off right now, and
back to the work site.
with a MIG welder, it's always important to turn off the gas.
Yeah, that might help.
Yeah, it's an inert gas. It doesn't hurt anything, but it's not cheap.
No.
You don't want to waste it.
Well, it looks like it'll track.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Okay.
No, I think I messed it up, actually. Which is why I only tacked it. Because I didn't put the curve in very well.
Oh.
So,
Well,
it's hard to see that curve underneath there, you know.
Yeah.
To be fair. Or unless I did, I messed it up good.
Oh.
But it's okay, I think I can fix it. Yeah, I think I can fix it. But I have to cut this piece out and make some adjustments. This is kind of the wrong. This is the wrong thing to be cutting aluminum with. I know the right thing to be cutting it with. We're going to make some marks, and we're going to grab that saw.
I still don't have that Sharpie from earlier.
I have it.
Oh, okay. I'll just kind of hang out here then and keep an eye on comments. Because I can answer some of the questions. That didn't go very far. I gotta put something in here to bridge that gap, but we're gonna replace the turntable deck as well. And the gauge might look good, but if you look closely, the inside of this rail hits the middle of that rail. This is narrow. He's got the thing.
Perfect thing for cutting aluminum rail. Circular saw.
Ah.
With wood blade.
Pedro says the railway here is in terrible condition compared to the Millbrook. Uh-oh.
Brook isn't in good condition.
Oh, hello from France.
Bonjour.
I know nothing of French. Aaron, on the other hand, knows a bit. A little.
Very little. You might say, I know Francais à l'enfant. Baby French.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I need to make marks.
Not the Huber kind.
I need to make some marks.
Since I don't know how to weld, you have convinced me to buy all of my switches.
Oh, well. This is only one way to make switches.
There are many ways to do it.
Yeah, I mean, you can buy switch frogs. And, yeah, actually, I recommend that.
Yeah, buying this frog is a lot easier than buying the entire switch panel.
Yeah, you don't want to buy the entire switch.
Because then you gotta build the rest of the railroad around that.
Right.
So it's better off to... The frog is the hardest part of making the switch.
Right.
Once you get past that, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
Oh, from Hampton, New Brunswick, Canada.
Ah.
Well, hello. Well, we're in Vermont, so...
Not too far away.
Not too
Only
far.
about 8 hours, 10 hours.
10-hour drive.
That's
Worth a visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pedro says that the railroad in Brazil that he's near is bad. Very bad.
Well, as long as it serves the purpose, I guess is...
Yeah, as long as they can use it and do the thing. Move stuff.
Yep.
That is the most important function of a railroad.
Moving things. Point
Moving...
A to point B.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, that is a very pleasant noise.
Yeah, I hate that sound. Headphone warning.
Yeah. Metal shaving warning. As this, it's held in by a single tie plate. Souvenir. Would you like me to get the drill and take that tie plate out?
Just, did I flip that or something?
I don't know what you did. Because that looks like it's curving the wrong way now.
It does. And this looks like it's curving the wrong way.
How did you...
Or it could just be my glasses.
No, that one looks like it's curving the right way, kind of, but that second piece further down needs more of a curve.
Yeah.
This one needs to be... Yeah.
That needs to be there.
Yeah.
That needs to be there. We need to remove this tie plate that's in the way.
If you would like to take the camera, I can go get the drill.
I'll get the drill.
Oh, I was going to get the drill. You know the drill.
Yeah, we know the drill.
All right, let's see if I missed any comments. Today, I recorded a train with speed restrictions due to the conditions of the railway. Ooh. Oh, hey, you're watching this from a 7.5-inch gauge. Well, this is 7.5. It might not look it. Okay, so on the note of the 3D printed tie plates, these things are working amazingly. They do, however, wear down if they're in extreme heat for too long. So, yeah, I know. Hello, Zenyan. But about the tie plates, they work wonders. In places where there are tie plates, we've been able to do a lot more and hit a lot better speeds. And you don't feel the track shift under you as much. So, yes, the tie plates are, in fact, working. And they work well. There are some of them, though, that when you put them in, they're made of a slightly more brittle... You said they were heat-treated, correct?
What?
The tie plates that just shatter when you do things?
No, they're high-temp resin.
Okay, so the high-temp resin is not good for tie plates.
Right. But we didn't know that until we tried it.
Yes, and most of this railroad is R&D.
The whole thing is an experiment. And the only reason it's an experiment is because we're documenting it. Because he's going on YouTube.
It's going in YouTube. Oh no, that doesn't look so bad now.
So he's just screwing around until you document it. Then it's science. Sorry.
Oh hey, we got two people from Minas Brazil. Brazil.
What?
Minas Brazil. I can't English today. So a lazy gamer is watching this from a 7.5-inch gauge railroad. May I ask which one?
That's a good question.
And Malcolm McKay is building a 7.25-inch here. Well, there. First part will be the first 1,500 feet of track.
Oh.
Ooh. How big of a railroad are you going for, might I ask?
I gotta grab the other pieces.
Oh, and that's in Canada.
Place. Not bad. Another railroad.
Another railroad in Canada. Another railroad's always
Wait a
nice.
minute, 7.5?
7.25.
Oh, 7.25. Is that in the Maritimes?
Is that Maritimes, Canada? Well, it's New Brunswick.
Yes, that's in the Maritimes.
That is in the Maritimes.
All right.
Oh, nice. New quarter. He was just up at Montreal Live Steamers not too long ago, so he was up there. But yeah, a lazy gamer. This one is directed at you. Which railroad are you at? As we stare face to face with an angle grinder. He didn't tell me what he was going to grab out there. What's that?
What?
What'd you get? Oh, gauge bars. Never mind. We have to gauge the issue now.
Oh, it's time to gauge the issue.
Yeah. I think there's a YouTube series called that. Oh, he's 2.5 hours from Jeremy.
Oh, nice.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, no, that's not bad at all. Well, from here it's a trip. That's a good leg.
Oh, yeah.
But from
It's a trip, but-
from Jeremy's, that's not bad at all.
Just kind of line that up.
Now, question
Slide
from
into
me:
place.
why could you just tack that in once it's engaged and then cut in the flangeway?
I could. That's probably what I'll
Ooh,
do.
channel member.
Ah,
Neat showing the way you make a switch by hand. In the past, I have done HO scale switches by hand. Nothing so large as a 7 1/4 inch sized.
I started with N scale switches.
Yeah,
There we go.
and it shows on that one switch up there. I was wondering why it was a split frog.
The process is a little bit different.
Okay. I feel bad about trying to read that because I don't want to butcher it, but Minas Gerais is a state in Brazil.
Minas.
Gerais? I'm sorry,
Okay.
but it's a state in Brazil. There are many railways here, but the section that passes through my city is not one of the best. But I love it anyways. Hey, if you
Yeah.
love the railroad and they still run trains on it, it's a good railroad.
Even if they don't still run trains on it, if you love it, it's at least something to look
It is.
back on. There we go. Okay. There's that one.
You marked it where you need to tack it. Whew.
Just have to mark it where I need to tack it.
And then back to the shop. Vice grips. Yeah. Well. Oh, Malcolm says they're in the process of forming a club. So this is a new club you're building. Oh.
We like that.
That is the sound of progress.
Yep.
It's always nice seeing new clubs pop up.
Yeah. It shows growth in the hobby, and that's a good thing. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna very carefully weld this in
Your
place.
chickens are very cute. Uh-oh, do I tell them now?
We only have one left.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're down to one chicken left.
They got predatored.
Yeah. Between the coons, the rats, and whatever else was getting in there,
Yeah.
they got nabbed. Unfortunately, we are down to one Buffy. One Buff Orpington named Blondie. Are you going to be oh, hold on. David, hold on, let me go near him so I can actually ask this question. Hey, Aaron, one of your viewers, Devin? Sorry, I can't read today. Devin Holland, are you going to be going to any of the Ohio Rambles next month? I don't even know what that is.
Ohio Rambles, is that like Mill Creek Central?
Yeah, may I ask what the Ohio Rambles is? Because I hear Rambles and all I can think of is the Reading Ramble.
Probably what it's named after.
Probably.
That was Reading Rambles.
Reading Rambles,
That
yeah.
was Reading Railroad doing excursions on the railroad.
Have you fellas taken in the Conway Scenic or the Hartman model?
Hartman's gone.
Yeah, Hartman model railroad's gone. There's a longer comment. Have you fellas taken in the Conway Scenic Railway or the Hartman model railroad right in New Hampshire? Closed now. Right in my backyard. I unfortunately have seen neither.
I seen both.
I'd
Years ago, I did a promotional video for Conway Scenic called Steam in the Snow. Of their first Steam in the Snow excursion, sponsored by the Mass Bay Railroad Enthusiasts.
All right. Devin says the Ohio Rambles is it's 6 tracks, 6 7.5-inch gauge tracks visited all across Ohio.
Interesting.
Oh, that sounds like an interest. That sounds like it would be have to be a planned trip.
Oh, definitely a planned trip.
Yeah. Wow. Malcolm says he has close to 400 acres they're building this railroad on.
Nice.
That is massive. Well, props to you guys for getting that club going. Well, hey, all I can say is document it and see how it goes.
Absolutely.
Murray, I love following your work. I want to build a live steam railroad someday. Well, this is the best place to see how to do it, or at least how to do a home track with a budget.
We'll try to do that. Try to show people how to build it.
Oh, the chat's blowing up now. Channel member. N is so small. How is it possible to spike so small?
You don't.
You don't. It's glue. HO spikes, or I'm assuming that's HO, but it says OH. HO spikes are a bit
oversized.
Quarter-inch in length.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, so sorry to hear about your loss of the chickens. Neighbors had a coop. One day 20, next day all gone.
We used to have 42.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost 21 pullets in one night.
Yeah.
And that was going to be the future of our flock.
On top of the
railroad instead.
Yeah, on top of the baby chicks too.
The baby chicks are pullets.
Oh, those are the pullets. Okay. Yeah, he says the raccoons and the coyotes did it. 7 screws, not spikes. On the bright side, the coop is less crowded. Well, unfortunately, one chicken gets lonely all on its lonesome.
Yeah, she's.
Chickens are not good to be left alone.
She's not a happy hen.
No. She rushes over to anybody that walks over. Just because she's lonely.
On the bright side, she's more friendly than ever.
Yeah, she is friendly now. Oh, I thought there was a kink in the piece of metal that you were welding. It's just the way the foldable camera is. It was freaking me out. I was like, why is there a lump?
There isn't.
There is no lump. Yeah, and less poop to clean.
Yep, it's a lot easier to clean the coop right now. I have to clean up more after rats than I do chickens.
Yeah.
I keep feeding the rats, though. The more I feed them, the more they go away.
It's funny. It seems like they take it to go.
It's a permanent go.
Oh, this is, it's Jenny Marie.
Jenny Marie? Oh.
It says, by the way, hi, Dad.
Yeah. Hello.
Also, my girlfriend's in chat, too. Hello.
Yeah. Let's see if I've got this down. I'm going to try another one of the straps, a different strap. Nice.
Chicken, yeah, they're group critters. They are, very much so.
They're social critters.
They are not very fond of being alone. I may adopt this one and take it to New York if I can figure out a day to get my dad up here to do that.
Please do.
Yeah.
Before winter.
Yeah, definitely before winter. Yeah, maybe I'll give him a call later today, see what the plan for that is.
I love welding fixture tables.
They are so nice.
They make the job so much easier.
Jenny wants to know, you guys aren't getting any more chickens?
Probably not.
The chicken endeavor is over.
Well, for now, anyway.
Well, maybe next spring.
I ran the numbers. It's either go big or go home. I don't want to lose money on chickens anymore.
Yeah. Malcolm McKay says the railroad's name is going to be the Breeze Crest Iron Horse Railway.
Interesting.
That's an interesting name for a railroad.
I like it.
It is a nice one. I will not say that it's not a good one.
Let's see. How do I want to strap this one down? I think I want to use the other strap.
Where in New York? I'm down on Long Island. Well, we're up here in Vermont right now. The Millbrook is in Vermont. New York.
You mentioned New York, and that's Albany area.
Yeah, when I say New York, I think Albany area. Between Albany and Troy, middle to upstate. I've never been down to Rhode Island, and I don't know if that's fortunately or unfortunately.
Rhode Island's a nice place, actually.
Yeah, but to get there, you got to go through Jersey.
Not from here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Albany is pretty unless you've lived there.
Oh, Long Island. Never mind.
Yeah, I meant Long Island.
We can take a ferry.
True. Just avoid New Jersey. I can't say Jersey's all bad.
Avoid
Jersey's
New York
good.
City. I don't like New York City.
Yeah, New York City is not fun. And you'll get taxed to death just by driving through it for about 15 minutes.
I avoid it.
But I can't say Jersey's all bad. Jersey has some good food.
I will go 100 miles out of my way to avoid going through New York City.
Devin Holland says September 21st to the September 22nd is at Mill Creek Central. They also gather the Superoos that weekend.
Oh, nice.
Or sorry, there also is a gather of the Superoos. What is the Superoos?
Subaru is...
Not the car. Subaru, not Subaru.
Yeah, Subaru is... it's kind of like a Plum Cove generic electric with an end cap switcher body on it.
So,
But a little bigger.
So something kind of like my critter,
Kind of like your critter, yeah.
but not.
Looks more like Corey's critter.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Corey's critter is a Roo.
Oh, that's a root?
That's a switcheroo.
All right, I'm going to get behind the camera so my eyes don't explode.
Yep. All right, here we go.
Shield your eyes. Nope. Say, don't forget that.
All this for a switch frog that may or may not work.
I'm hoping to go to Jim's in September. I don't know where Jim's is.
You're probably going in September.
Huh.
Jim's is a nice track. It'd be Silver Lake and Ossipee.
Oh, that Jim. Okay, I do know that
You have
Jim.
been to that
I have been to. I haven't been to that track. I've been
Yeah.
to the original Ossipee, but well,
No,
what's
that's-
left of it?
That was the original Ossipee. That was the Ossipee Central.
Yeah, I've been to the Ossipee Central. I haven't been to Jim's. I've seen video of it.
Yeah.
All right. There is a Long Island live steamers layout further out of the island.
Yeah.
They have nice wooded layout. I've seen video of that one.
All right,
Haven't
hang on.
been there.
We've got to hit this. I'm going to flatten it out, so we got to hit this.
Oh, yes, our anvil. A piece of rail that I found. Good anvil.
Hey.
It's flat now.
Done.
All right, so yeah, about the Long Island live steamers. I have heard of it and I have seen video of it, but I've never been there myself. Jenny, we are making a switch frog for a switch to the turntable.
Yep.
And it's starting to look like a frog now.
Starting to look like a switch frog.
Well, a homemade one at least.
It'll
43rd.
probably be as rough as the last one.
Probably. Our Trillist NJ, the Razor Wild Capital. Went to Newark for the week of training along a test run of a paint formulation for a company I did R&D work for.
Nice.
Yeah, I know Newark all too well. When I worked for CSX, back out to the work site. When I worked for CSX, that's where the end terminal was Port Newark, New Jersey. Oh, the door. I got it. Okay. Yeah, I got it. Oh, the door. And Devin started out as a body for a Plum Cove, but Mike now makes his own drive setup that's more capable. All right, and I think we're all
That's the switcheroo.
That's the switcheroo. Okay, Mike's the one that does the switcheroos.
Oh, okay. Neat little engines.
They are. I've seen video of the last great Subaru gathering. They kind of do like the NS turntable shot with them. It was hilarious.
Oh, okay. Just kind of lock this in place.
We have a set of trucks to roll over it.
We have a gap.
We have a
We have a
gap.
height gap,
Oh.
which I'm not entirely happy about.
I mean, you could shave it.
I could.
It might be what you have to do
Yep, might be.
instead of completely redoing the frog.
Let's drill a hole now that I've got this lined up.
Yeah.
Yes, it's still quite warm and not all that comfortable holding on to.
Well, I've got a big heavy piece of metal by you to hold things down.
Alright, well at least I've got that started. And I've got this one here. You know, it actually doesn't matter where I line that up while I'm drilling these holes, because they just got to be lined up onto a tie, so... There. I'll move those out of the way so I can make a cut.
Yes, the track has expanded.
Ever so slightly. There we go.
Well, this does open up the capability to run the shop leads instead of having to lift things in and out.
True. Alright. That's quite a drop right there, you see.
Yeah.
I have to do a shim on that side.
Just put a shim under the frog.
Yeah. There it is. Alright. Let's be over here. This lines up like this. Kind of, sort of.
What is a switch frog? Well, it is the piece that it pretty much acts as the crossover of the tracks.
Yeah, on a switch, it's the point where the rails cross.
Yeah. Here, hand me the machined one real quick so I can... This is what a switch frog machined looks like. This is... Well, we say shim the frog up because if you look...
On this end.
And, well, on both ends too. That end's pretty gnarly drop too. We gotta raise it up just a little bit so that
To make it even with the head of the rail.
Yeah.
This corner here is where the wheels are going to ride, and you have to make this line up with this.
And if we do it ourselves, that is, you know, smooth out the point between those, it won't smack into wheels and cause damage to the wheels themselves.
Yeah.
You know, until it works itself out. But yeah, that's a frog. And the reason we're not using this one is because this one is machined for a lot smoother of a curve.
It's not a sharper curve. This is a sharper curve.
Yeah.
Going off of the main line onto this side track, onto the turntable.
The table that turns.
Which we haven't showed a lot of.
We
but
really haven't, but
we've done a lot of work to the turntable to restore it. They still have to replace the deck on it, but yeah, we're getting there. So the goal is, by this winter, we'll be able to turn the plow on the turntable.
that's mostly what it's for.
Yeah. It's mostly for the plow.
Plow and maybe some other things if we get to it. We might be able to add some extra shop space out here.
Maybe. We'll see how it goes. So that's going to go like that.
But yes, that is what a switch frog is. It is pretty much a crossover. But
Yep.
you can't call it a crossover because that's another piece of rail infrastructure.
Right. So it's called a switch frog. And so I'm going to...
AJ's Random Adventures. It just says I've wanted to, but I don't know.
I've wanted to for a long time myself.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Mostly wanted to finish this switch.
Yeah. This has been, what, a month, 2 month long project?
More than that. We started this in May.
Yeah. Well, on top of the fact.
So 3 months. So it's August.
Yeah.
Almost September. So
Almost September. So going on 4.
Going on 4 months.
I've always wanted to go to a public mini railroad, but all my life. But as far as it didn't finish.
Oh, okay. Well.
And message below that was redacted.
The Millbrook Railroad is open to the public from time to time. You call up and you make an appointment. It's on Google Maps.
So it pretty much boils down to get a day, call Aaron, and figure out how far you are, because we are in, what is it, mid-Vermont, northern Vermont? Say about mid-Vermont.
Central Vermont.
Central Vermont.
It's like east central Vermont. Right on the New Hampshire border.
Yeah. Oh, all of his messages are gone.
Well, that's too bad.
Oh, his keyboard keeps sending it early. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh no, you're fine.
Technical issues. We know about those.
You trust me, we know about those. It's nothing to worry about. I kind of picked up on what you were saying anyway, so.
So for those who have just tuned in and don't know what we're doing, we're building a switch frog from scratch, and we're pretty close to being ready to actually put this thing in, and actually cut the switch in.
Yeah, the switch is going to be operated most probably like the rest of them on the railroad with a simple.
It's a spring switch.
Simple spring switch. You know, you could do a. Oh, that was odd. Well, you could do a switch stand for this one at some point, but to get it in here and get it started, I would say that it's probably just going to be a simple ground throw, like the one up there or the one down there.
Yep. Line that up. Back with the marks.
Oh, thank you.
In the sunshine.
All right. David McConnell. Turning the plow means you will have to shovel the snow out of the turntable pit, or would you just push the snow with a bridge?
Depends how much snow there is.
Yeah, it depends on how much snow gets in there, but
Depends on the storm.
yeah.
All right, back inside.
Why build instead of using the casting? Well, like we said, this casting will not work for this switch because the switch, or this turnout, is so sharp. That casting is more or less for a mainline switch rather than a short, sharp turntable lead or something of the like. Well, depends. Where are you at, AJ? Because, like you said, if you're anywhere near Vermont, you can call Aaron and take a trip up here.
MillbrookRailroad.com.
Yeah, millbrookrailroad.com. There's even a website. Jenny says if you move to Idaho, you won't have any snow. See, but then you got to somehow move the railroad. Oh, Illinois, there's plenty of railroads out there. I don't know if any of them are public, though.
Yes, there is some public railroads out there in Illinois. Illinois Live Steamers.
Yeah.
I mean, they have public run days. They're not always public.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Malcolm said earlier, the track I have now is a 72-foot by 42-foot oval, and it's open to rides on the weekends.
Nice.
Nice. Yes, the switch we're doing is probably somewhere between a number 4 and a number 3. And
between number 4 and 5, I think.
Or 4 and 5. And the switch that Frog is casted for, you said, is a number 7?
Yeah.
Okay. The status of the 565.
What?
What? That's the 668, right?
Oh, 662.
Oh, 662. It's still here.
It's, I need to do boiler work.
And boiler work takes time.
Boiler work takes time, and it takes some tools that I don't have yet, so it's kind of waiting for those. Hopefully, the YouTube revenue has not been what it had been when I agreed to buy that. I mean, it's a tenth what it was a year ago.
Ooh.
So it's this year. Like every YouTube channel, this year has been rather difficult.
I have my own channel, but I don't upload regularly enough to make it worth monetizing. On top of the fact that I have a job that demands a lot of time. That job being railroading.
I might have just bent that strap.
Uh-oh. Well, you've got an anvil.
It's a consumable. Bend the strap too much, you buy a new one.
Alright, watch your eyes.
Fix it, or you make a new one.
Hit it with a hammer a couple times, see if it flattens back out. If not, you buy a new one.
Pretty much. It's aluminum, I can bend it back.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
But yeah, Southern 207, that is the 662, not the 565. Hey, I'm getting hit with Spalding. How did the new pellet stall install go? Well, it hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet.
Artrillis 43rd says, close call by looking at them. Boiler work is such a critical work.
Yeah.
Do you have to pass a pressure test before it can be used to be certified?
No.
No.
Too small.
It's too small to count for anything. Devin Holland, winter is coming. Yes. Yes. Ah, that hurt. I just got hit. I just got hit by weld sparled. The lava. Brian wants to know what railroad I work for. Well, I have a list of ones I have worked for, including the one now. So I started with CSX out of Selkirk. When I left them, I went to Pan Am. Then it became Berkshire and Eastern. It's now operated by the Board, aka Genesee and Wyoming.
Assimilated.
You have been assimilated. And now I work for Vermont Rail System. So VTR.
Vermont's quaint little minimum gauge.
Minimum wage railroad. I wish it was minimum gauge.
Minimum gauge.
I'd probably get paid more at a minimum gauge.
I know, if Selden's heard me saying that, he'd probably not be happy.
Well,
We say that in jest.
it's in jest. I love what I do.
Loving jest. It's a great little railway.
It is, and it's a lot less stressful than CSX's management or G&W's super harsh operating rules. Like you gotta cross your T's and dot your I's with every little thing you do there, unless you're on night shift. Night shift kind of gets a pass sometimes there.
Yeah, and then you can knock your colleagues off the side of the freight cars and kill them.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's that bad
No, it's not that bad
anymore. But Vermont Rail, it feels like most businesses say family owned and operated. This place actually feels it. You get along with most people, except for one.
It's like a family.
They pay you like family too.
Oi! We got the jokes already.
Aaron, if you need to shim it, why don't we just cut another piece off of the thing and stick it under it?
How about cutting them? I've already got a piece right here.
No, I mean of the flat stock. And just thicken it up.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh. Right now, I'm constraining this so I can
Not bend it.
and weld it flat.
We've been fluctuating between 50 to 60 people.
Oh, well, it's okay. It's not the most exciting thing, to be honest.
Well, no, but it's nice to know. When you love what you do daily, it's better for yourself. It's not... It is bad not being properly compensated for your time, though. Yeah, there are times when it sucks more than others, but if you hate your job and you hate what you're doing, you'll go insane very quickly. I'd rather, don't get me wrong, I'd rather be paid over anything, but I'd rather enjoy what I'm doing most of all. And there was another one. Devin Holland. Ever worked at the Lancaster and Chester, now Gulf in Ohio? I've not. That's a bit south for me. I've seen some of their engines in G&W paint pass through. Right now there's 2 Alabama and Eastern engines on Pan Am property. A GP40 and a Road Slug. The GP40 is a GP40. The Road Slug is something that looks like a GP40, but it's a big concrete brick with a cab on it. The only thing left in a Road Slug is pretty much the cab and the traction motors.
One last weld for good measure.
Just one. Your granddaughter just noticed what Jenny was watching and says hi.
Hi!
Ow. That was hot.
Alright, so we've got that switch frog.
Was that hold down bent at all, or?
Yeah, it's bent.
Hit it with a hammer.
Yeah. On the anvil.
The anvil, the stick, the small stick of I'm gonna say 105 RE.
Whatever it is.
It's definitely not 90. Hot.
It's hot.
Hot enough that you can feel it through the gloves. Hot.
It's hot, don't touch. Alright.
Back outside.
Yeah, you can feel it through the gloves real well.
Ooh. So I probably shouldn't grab that.
Probably should.
Probably should.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, hey.
Probably don't want to have this on.
No. Well, you can spray it with water and cool it off.
Yep.
Because you're probably going to want to do that before you have to rest your arm on it. Oh, yes, the water stanchion. Ooh, it's really hot. When you said it was hot, I didn't think you meant steam on contact.
Like I said, it's hot. Don't touch.
No touchy. It's probably still hot.
Not so much.
No? Okay. And
It's
back,
wet.
back to the track.
Back over here.
Back to where it all began.
Ah, yes. I remember it well.
Like it was about 30 minutes ago.
I remember it like it was the day before yesterday.
Because it was. Well, I must go get ready so I can pick up meds for me and Mini-Me.
Okay, well, enjoy.
Jenny says goodbye.
Yep, bye-bye. Love you. Yep. There we go. Put this together. Okay, I'm going the right direction.
Okay. Usually when you see smoke but no progress is when you figure out you're going the wrong direction. Ask me how I know. That poor Ty. Reverse drilling a screw into it for about 5 minutes.
I noticed before that. But...
Well, it was one of the first times I used the Ryobi drill, so I didn't realize it was going the wrong way until I saw smoke. Smoke's a usually good indicator that you're doing something wrong.
Generally, yes. I have to cut that right there. Yeah, I definitely have to cut that. Make an adjustment. I messed up. That doesn't feel good.
No. Yeah, when there's no chips, you need to go the other way. Been there, done that. Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
What's that?
He says when you see no chips, you need to go the other way.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Then you go the other way.
Using the guard as a rest so I don't, hurt myself.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't figure out how to do this without spraying myself. I gotta see what I'm doing though.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. It's raining sparks. Kevin asks if the west side of the frog is going to collide with the rail foot.
Not if I can help it. There. There. This is the west side, this is the east side. It is not going to collide with the rail foot now. Adjust that like that. And
you can screw it in.
not the right size. Not quite.
You need a bigger hole.
I gotta go up in size.
For the screw or for the hole?
For the screw. I gotta get a bigger drill.
Bigger bit.
Bigger drill bit. And then I'm gonna do some shaping in here.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a relief in here so I can make the
So let that thing roll over it.
yeah, so I can make the trucks go over it. I'm gonna have to do the same thing over here. So a relief on either side.
An X-shaped divot.
Something like that. Drills.
I guess I'll be here to answer questions. To the best of my ability, at least. Some equipment that needs to get to the shop way over there at some point. Yeah. No.
Okay. There we go. Grab a tie plate and size a drill.
Yeah, that looks good.
I have 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Or 11/64. Let's see. 11/64? No, that's a little too big.
Just it is not finished quite yet. We are almost there.
Long ways to go. Long ways to go.
we gotta strap it down. We still gotta cut the rail for either end.
Yeah, it only looks like a switch frog right now.
We still gotta cut the reliefs for the well, the C&O caboose I bought, that's actually one of my pieces of equipment. I bought it from Chris at Adirondack Live Steamer. As for the builder, I'm not totally sure yet. I'd like to find out who the builder is, but I have seen it in other photos. We have track tool cars.
We have what?
He said you should build a track tool car to haul all your tools around. The
one.
problem is well, number one, everything gets charged and stored away in the shop. And two, we just gotta put stuff on a flat car as we need it.
Yeah, that's really our
tool car is whatever car we have on us.
Yeah.
So there's really no need for a specialty car on that front. The C&O caboose, though, at some point, I would like to take the wood sides off of it because it started molding.
That's a wooden caboose.
Yeah, you can't really tell from all the way over here, but it is a wooden caboose. I'd like to change it to a steel caboose, but keep the design.
It's a lot of work.
It is. I mean, sen cuts end.
Still a lot of work.
Still, yeah, because you need the corners, you need the sides, you need the cupola on the top. Cupola. That is what we are going to do after we get it screwed in.
What's that?
Make sure that there's a flangeway. Well, a relief for the flangeway.
Yeah, that's the next step.
The frog has lifted.
The frog has lifted. Oh, frog, not fog.
Oh, yeah.
Now I can see where I'm going. The frog is lifted.
Ribbit. Just imagine a giant frog sitting in the road.
The cane toad, mate.
Cane toad. Mike, who makes the Subarus, has a caboose design. Oh. You know, that could be one of his. I don't know.
Don't know. I doubt it. But
There's
maybe.
Great idea, or there's plastic wood available that will not rot and can be cleaned. The problem with the plastic wood is it is expensive stuff.
Why?
Because that is I think that's what the 105 is made out of, or something similar to like plastic.
Has plastic wood on it.
Yeah, and it is expensive.
Very expensive stuff. Okay, that's in.
It'd actually be cheaper to do it just out of metal. Be a lot of work, but yes, but the plastic wood would be cheaper. Or, sorry, the metal caboose would be cheaper.
Yep. Oh yeah, now we're doing the flange.
Yeah, now we're doing the flange. I don't remember when you made it, the video, but about talking about future plans for the railroad, but you did. But did you ever consider about putting a spur that goes right up to the shop door? Well, this is what that project is.
This is part of it.
The turntable will have 2 tracks coming off of it, or one with a switch.
2 tracks.
2 tracks will be easier.
Yeah.
That go right into the shop.
Yep.
So this is the start of that project.
Yeah.
As you can see, even the smallest of pieces can take the longest time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's until the expansion starts. Well, then a battery or a boxcar with a battery and inverter to charge the batteries.
What?
That's another comment. I think he's talking about a power car, which I've mentioned making because once my engine gets converted to electric, I was thinking of things we could do with that engine in it. But I think we have a plan for that now.
Well, right now we're close enough to the shop that we just charge our batteries in there when you need to.
Yeah. The railroad's not long enough, and a good charge will last you about, I don't know, 50 trips up and down.
Yeah, my
foot is going numb.
The railroad is not more than 100 feet from the house at any point of it. I think the furthest place is down there by the satellite dish.
Yeah, over there.
Yeah.
Or maybe down on the, well, no, I think maybe down on the,
well, anyway,
down on the horseshoe.
It's all real close to the house.
being attacked by metal shavings. Ow. I'm gonna move.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Well, I'm the one that's sitting there, so. Aaron, you know, we can always test the flangeway because we have the set of trucks right there.
That's what we're gonna do right now.
Oh, okay. I heard you. I'll trade you. Also, there's a couple more comments.
Oh, a couple more comments.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's see. What do we got? Super rule of 20 miles in a run. Weekend, no problem. I have no idea how much our engines will do in a run. So, yeah.
I know mine has, I don't know, maybe a quarter-gallon tank of gas worth of it can hold. All right.
So let's see what this does.
That's smooth.
Well, sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't.
This time you got
Today we got it.
I'd
Try
say
it the other way.
I don't know. We don't have tracks going the other way.
We got enough to test.
It kicks.
Okay, it's oh, that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, here, hold on.
All right, so I messed that part of the frog up.
What'd you do?
That's not good. That's way too far off.
That is.
So
that is wide.
that's
Wide gauge issue.
hmm.
And
Well, I guess
it kicks right here. It kicks it over and just.
yeah. Well, it's because it
I mean, but going this way, it's really smooth.
yeah. But over here. Oh, geez.
Wow.
What did I do?
What did you do?
I mean, dang, I put that in backwards.
The whole frog, or
I put the frog in backwards, so we got to flip it.
okay.
Hopefully, I might have just scrapped this whole thing. Well, this might have been what, 2 hours of
Time wasted.
time wasted. Wouldn't be the first time, of course.
I didn't realize that the pivot was greased.
Oh, the bolster on trucks is greased, yes.
Yes, it did not.
So let's see. What other comments have we got? Let's see. Cutting out for the wheel flange. Yep. It is great to have the proper tools for the job. Let's see. Just means you need to expand further distance to some of the houses next to you so that you stock pellets for. That way you can just haul the pellets from where you store them to the house. Well, actually, that's what that building right there does. That's the pellet storage building. And we haul the pellets to the house they need to be at. We have 2 houses on the property. One's the barn, but you know. Which means when I ask my kids if they were born in a barn or raised in a barn, they say, "Yep." When they leave the door open. Anyway. That's what happens when you renovate a barn. See if I can get that out. Yes, I got it.
Yay.
Let's see if it lines up this way. Oh dear, I think I might have really messed it up. Well, this is, how can I salvage
Well,
this?
it's
I
still-
can always cut this off here. I can always cut this weld. and readjust things.
That looks like, based on where the rail foot was, that looks like it still might be engaged.
Let's take a look. See, is that the right side? That is the right side right there. That goes there. That goes. Okay, I had the frog end backwards.
Okay, so we didn't
All right.
scrap the whole
All right.
thing. We're
Good.
good. How does this roll over it though? I mean, I'm not gonna do
Well, it's not going to do very well because this is supposed to be a point, and it's actually, I got to hog this out now. So, yeah. It was the wrong way around, Devin Holland.
We should have checked that first.
The angle was right, but I put it around backwards. So, and let's see. How long did it take to make the entire railroad? Bucko 15 says, well, I started in 2009.
2009.
2009. That's when I started.
First time
it.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say it.
Yeah.
Listen here, Bucko. The answer to your question is this.
Oh my. So I'm gonna have to build this back up with weld.
Oh, I think you missed my last
fix the
one.
point. So I'll hog this out
ES&D
again.
moment.
Yeah, it's an ES&D moment.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't say it often, but yeah.
Yeah.
Weld the point back up before you screw it down. I mean, you could do that, but then you'd have to cut out the flange way.
There.
Again.
So I'm going to screw this back down right now, just to make sure I have it.
Usable.
No, just to make sure I've got it in the right direction.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, usable, yeah, but also, yeah, that's within tolerance right there. Yep, between those two. All right. So screw in here. Come on. Without lifting the screw with the.
I wonder if this is viewable as a regular video if you have to sit here and watch it as a short.
I don't know.
Yeah, that is a lot of time. Because I'm thinking of making a smaller version in my backyard, but it's only a small yard. Well, you base your equipment on what kind of railroad you can build.
Well, you base your railroad on what
And,
you got room for
well,
and what you want it to do.
That's what I was going to say next is, yeah. Just move the rail closer to the frog so the track that originally was there pretty much shifted over. But you don't...
Well, I had the frog around backwards.
The frog was just backwards. Plus,
Yeah.
if we shift the rail around, that moves the gauge.
That moves everything.
ES&D, sorry, there is an alphabet soup at work.
Yeah.
Oh, ES&D, YouTuber named Heiss, his
Yeah, we know
fictional
ES&D.
railroad is called the Eat Shit and Die.
We know Mark.
It's Mark.
That's our buddy Mark. He's a good guy. The funny bird man.
It's the screaming cockatiel man.
Cockatoo.
Cockatoo? I thought it was the cockatiel.
Oh, cockatoo and the
The smaller one with the red cheeks.
the hyacinth parrot.
Macaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were watching his birthday stream. answer the question went to Sunday.
Is there a question?
There was a couple.
What
All
was
right,
the
so
question?
back to the chats. All right, I joined a cog railway instead of building one, or I joined a club instead of building a cog railway. Oh,
Okay.
for $100 a year, I have 2 miles of track to run on. That's actually a good. That's
That ain't
actually a
bad.
pretty good run.
Yeah.
Do you guys play Railroader? Yes, I actually host a 24-hour modded save on Railroader called the Southern Cobalt Lines.
Yep. I don't play Railroader so much. I'm usually busy doing projects.
Like this.
Like this one.
All right, I'm migrating again. I'm getting blasted. Let's see how it rolls over that.
Yeah, let's see.
A little rougher, but still works.
Well, I've got to fill in my mess up over here.
Yeah. Dreams come true. My local club has another 3,000 feet of track to go in this winter. Oh.
Oh yeah, Mike McClure.
Oh yeah, McClure's track.
No, not McClure's track, but Mike McClure is moving down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The Superoos will become the dreams come true. Yeah.
Okay, I've got to move that. I've got to widen this up a bit for my dual gauge frog.
Oh yeah, the real test will be when I run over it with 7 1/4.
That is 7 1/4.
Oh, that one is okay. How hard do you think it would be to make a railway with 1/4 of an acre? Well,
Not hard.
not hard, because I think the smallest railroad I've seen was the.
The Shady Pines is on a 1/4 of an acre.
So is the. What's the one that we went to in New Hampshire?
Which one?
The one up in like northeast New Hampshire, right alongside one of the CSX main lines. Railroad Supply used to be based out of there.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
That's
a pretty intricate railroad in such a small space.
That's a half acre, I think. Maybe
That's half.
Maybe
that
a quarter.
That looked like a quarter. Half was.
Maybe it is more like a 1/4.
It's
acre.
very
Yeah,
twisty,
Tony's is more
windy.
like a half.
Yeah. Tony, I would say, is a half acre. But his is a vertical half acre.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I don't think it'd be too hard. You'd have to gauge
You
your.
just have to plan things out.
You gotta plan your things out and see where you want to be
Yeah.
at with things, and make your curves accordingly.
I've got to go deeper here.
David Taylor has a couple of comments in here. If any of your neighbors do firewood or wood pellets, have you ever considered collaborating with them to have it shipped with your property along with yours pellets, and then you could just extend the railroad to their property and deliver their stuff straight to them?
Well, first of all, that's a lot of work, and second of all, zoning won't allow me to cross the boundary.
Yeah. Not only that is if
Unless
they
I have
move.
yeah, and if they move, then everything changes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't.
Right.
Portable stitching. Ow!
What?
Ow! Oh, right into my foot.
Oh, sorry.
That was hot.
This is loud.
That is loud. That's why I pause when I'm reading comments.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta go a little bit more. I gotta go another 1/8 inch this way.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the other direction, because I can always adjust that later.
Oh.
Okay. In this direction, yeah, it's gotta go a wheel. But it's not quite so critical. But I do need to fill this in. Well, it's just like all the rest of my really rough switch frogs now.
It'll smooth itself out over time.
No, it'll only get worse.
Yeah, I know.
I just gotta weld this back together, or weld this back up.
And recut the flangeway.
Yeah. But I guess it ain't bad.
Where do you guys get your rails and ties? Well, the ties are self-cut.
Yeah, we make our own ties, Home Depot.
What
Home
do you
Supply Store.
what do you use?
Rails come from anywhere I can get them from. They don't make these anymore. This size rail. This is a really tiny rail.
Compare that to, hold on, I actually can make this comparison because I have a stick of what the standard stuff is now.
You can.
So here, would you like to try that?
Yes. Oh, oops, my finger's in the way. Excuse my fingers. Well, it doesn't just immediately fall on the ground, so that's good. Okay, why don't you slide that right next to what we've got. So, here's a comparison for you. We'll get on the end here, I guess.
Where'd that piece you chucked over go? Long gone, probably.
Over there.
There it is.
So we'll take the short stick of this,
They're about the same.
and we'll compare a short stick of...
Culp rail.
No, that's not
Oh,
culp
this
rail.
is culp.
This is 1-inch scale rail, actually.
Oh.
So here's the difference. The smaller rail is what I'm using,
And this is
and
what
I'm beating the snot out of it.
And this is what
most clubs use the taller stuff, which is like over $1 a foot. I think it's almost $1.50 a foot now.
Yeah.
And the smaller stuff I was getting for 25 cents a foot when I was buying rail. So, let's
luckily,
see.
we've got a small stockpile of it here.
Yeah, we've got a small stockpile. I've got 2 sizes of rail. I've got this smaller stuff, and I got something that's in between these 2 sizes called culp rail, and that's the size that I'm trying to go to, but it's out of production. There you go, Eric.
Thank you.
Camera back to you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? You got to scroll up manually.
Oh, we're all right.
I'm gonna have to take this off and weld this up right now.
Oh, just blob some metal back in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to blob some metal back in here and then reshape this. And then I've got to come out to here.
He said we cut a bunch of the little stuff up for signposts last year. It would bend under the ballast car.
You need ties closer together if they bend into your ballast car.
Yeah, that sounds like wide ties, or
Wide ties for the size rail, the smaller stuff.
because rail this size, you'd have a tie about the space of a tie. You'd put a tie next to it, and then a tie, and then a tie, and then you'd screw in every other tie, and that's about the good.
You support it real well with some good ballast. I mean,
I
this stuff doesn't bend underneath my ballast car.
doesn't bend under the 2-ton pellet loads either.
Yeah. You just got to treat it a little bit different than the way you treat the big stuff.
Yeah, he said it's a 1,000-pound ballast car.
Well, mine had 1,200 pounds, so yeah, it's not much.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
he said the rails were off to the right of the screen.
Oh, they were off to the right of the
So
screen. Oh, okay.
that whole
Let's
explanation.
show
But
that right in the middle then.
yeah, I keep forgetting the camera's on this side. So you've got this size.
Yeah, so here we go. 2 sizes of rail. I use the smaller stuff.
And most clubs with less traffic than what goes over here uses this stuff.
Yeah. Less weight traffic.
Ah, there he is, Mr. Tolkien Kitty. Hi, buddy.
I thought I heard a piano going dun 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 dun.
This is a certified cat moment.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he's not happy.
Yeah. Good boy.
Would it work if I got a flat piece of steel, placed it horizontally on the ties, then got some more flat steel and weld it vertically on top of the other steel? That just sounds like you're making a T-bar with extra steps.
Well, it would work, but
it would work, but it just sounds...
building it up and welding it, it's not any more work than this.
It's not any more work than just hunting this stuff down.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he demands the attention now.
He demands the attention now.
You guys are busy? Not anymore.
Yeah.
As he melts and contorts into weird shapes.
Yeah.
We are...
I'm going to put you away.
Okay, bye, buddy.
Go hunt. Go fun.
Hold on.
Go have fun. Go play. I'm going to make noise.
You're going to make noise on that? There he goes. Surprised he's still hanging around.
Wow.
Maybe it's because we're sitting at the noise. Just over there. Well, I can tell you the sparks don't taste good.
Oh, yeah. Don't eat them.
Yeah, no, one just flew up my nose and into my mouth.
Ow.
Yeah, that hurt. But if I only place the steel horizontally on the tires for somewhere to make contact with the tires... Well, for what you're suggesting, that would just kind of result in you... You'd be better off using L channel or C channel, because you still need the foot of a rail. Well, as far as the Ossipes track goes, it was all C channel for rail. Really big, really heavy C channel. Actually, there's some of it over there. They were wondering if there was any of the switches or stuff you could use from there.
The Ossipee track is all gone. Somebody else got it.
That too. On top of the fact that the rail height was different, and every frog is kind of dependent on the curve. So, a lot of the turnouts at Ossipee were a lot smoother than this.
Now time to weld this up, and I think after that we can start putting other rail in here, and then we're getting almost done with the frog completely.
Warm.
Yeah, it's a little warm. So I gotta fill this with weld and grind it down.
KYMM radio. Just sent a smiley face.
Okay.
I don't know what KYMM is.
I don't know. But I'm gonna go back to welding. So back into the shop, we'll weld this up, we'll clean this up, and then that'll be pretty much finishing with the frog.
We'll do rail and
we'll probably paint, I guess.
Yeah, brown paint.
Whatever color.
Green. Let's make it green. Yeah. All right, because I have searched. Oh, Bucko, I didn't know you were in Australia. That explains why the aluminum rail is so hard for him to find.
To be honest, after I started building, I found out that steel channel's cheaper.
Yes. So if you're going to use any alternative for aluminum rail, Steel C-channel.
Well, not only C-channel, but
Or just steel channel.
Flat bar. Your flanges are only an 1/8 inch deep anyway, most of the time, or a little bit more than an 1/8 inch. So, if you cut slots in your ties, and then you can sink a piece of flat bar in there. You can use 1-inch flat bar, 1 inch by 1/4 inch. So that'd be what, 25 millimeters by 10 or something like
Well, I
that.
was saying you could also use the L channel
By
too.
10, by 5 or something like that. Yeah, 5 or 6 millimeters.
L channel always works too. You could put the L part of it facing outwards.
There's all kinds of different things you can do.
Shoot, or you could just take 2 pieces of L channel and put them back to back.
L channel is called angle iron.
Or angle iron then, yes.
Well,
It's probably getting... Ooh, it's past lunchtime.
yeah, it's past lunchtime, so we're gonna wrap this up in a little bit as soon as I get this last.
Once we get the frog screwed down, like I say, we call it there.
But I do want to at least, do what I promised and finish the frog. Doing a frog is a big job.
It is. It's usually the longest part of any switch project. Unless you just buy the whole switch panel.
It's a lot of work no matter what you do. There's no cheap and easy way to build a railroad. Well, I shouldn't say there's no cheap and easy. There's no
easy way.
It's either going to be cheap or it's going to be easy. You can't have both.
Yes, angle iron can be a pain to bend because it wants to kink.
Yeah, angle iron can be really.
That is the problem. You would have to do either long sections that don't mind being bent, which...
You can still bend it.
Well, yeah.
If you use...
or you could do like 20-foot jointed rail.
Like this 1/2 inch angle iron. That's not bad for rail either. But the steel strap is probably the best for rail.
Yeah, it's about 2... It's 2:14 where we are right now. Past lunchtime, it's 4 a.m. for you. Oh boy, I forget. You're up late. And it's only 11:14 for wherever David is.
Okay, well I'm going to finish this up and then we'll...
I say Fraser's.
call it a day.
I want a burger. Ooh, that's bright. I'm just gonna take this and put mine on because that is extremely bright. Yeah, I forgot I wasn't wearing a mask and I was just staring right at it.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah, it's not very good. Of course, by the time you read this out loud, it'll probably be a few minutes later. In fact, as I'm saying this comment, it is 11:15 a.m.
Ah.
Well, it's 2:16 here.
Time zones.
Time zones are fun. Yeah, New Zealand rail. I thought there was aluminum rail over there. Ow! I'm in the splash zone.
Sorry.
I'm getting showered with spalds. Landed right in my head and my arms.
Ouch.
Yeah, that sucked.
Okay.
Smell of molten metal. I love the smell.
It's like Mama's home cooking.
Mama's home cooked steel beam. But yeah, look at New Zealand for rail because they have quite the number of 7 1/4 inch railroads over there. I think there's about 5 of them within like 3 miles of each other. In New Zealand, the 7 1/4 inch stuff.
Yeah.
I know, yes, but you can. Oh yeah, avoid overseas shipping. Yeah, I don't really know what to tell you about Australia.
For Australia?
Yeah,
Use steel strap.
steel strap works then. Yeah,
It's quick, it's cheap, it's easy.
unless you're trying to bend it.
Oh, steel strap.
Oh.
It's up on end.
Oh,
Bend it around curves.
yeah.
Like my portable track.
Okay.
Actually, I can show you some portable track. Some steel track.
Well, let's get this done first. Angle iron, just cut a few lines on the one desired to bend, or like Aaron's saying here, you can bend the steel strap.
I'll show you.
Door. Well, I can't use the same excuse your kids.
Corner bar?
Yeah, I can't use that excuse.
The flashlight's on.
The flashlight's on.
Yeah.
How long has that been on?
You're an area where you can't get aluminum rail.
Oh, that stuff.
This stuff here. So I've got the slots cut in the ties. This one's broken, but yeah, you get the idea. And this stuff will bend around a corner real easy.
And you could also you could
I
also
use
screw
this
that
for portable track.
you could also screw that stuff down too, so it doesn't
Yeah,
you know
you can.
shimmy away. Hi, cat. You're gonna use the wooded one this time?
Yes.
Ew.
I'm gonna use it every now and then.
Ew, there's dirty brown water. It's leaking. Ugh. And let's make sure we don't put it in backwards this time.
He was right. It was the west.
Oh, it was
The west part of the frame.
Oh! We should have listened to him.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
All right.
probably helpful if you read the question.
Yeah. I did read the question.
Oh, I thought you had another question.
Odds are they're making it in OZ or China and can point you towards a good source.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, if you can get a hold of anyone in the New Zealand area, they could probably
Or in Australia.
or in Australia that knows about the hobby.
The Australian Model Engineering Society or something like that.
Yeah.
I forget. Anyway, there's a
Yes, totally.
standards body that handles the standards for this stuff in Australia. They've got a brilliant set of standards. I wish we had a good set of standards. But anyway, they've got a brilliant set of standards, and they could probably help you find the size rail, or the aluminum rail. But to be honest, steel's going to hold up a lot better for you.
Yeah. I know you must be somewhere east of me because I'm in Vancouver, Washington, technically Canvas, Washington.
Yep.
Yeah, we're in
Vermont.
We're in Vermont.
And now shape the point. I'm getting a mosquito here. Taking a lot of interest in me.
A single mosquito.
A single skeeter.
There he is.
Yep. Ah.
You
anyway,
missed.
missed.
No, now he's interested in it. Not my bird. Yeah, go get some sleep. But yeah, if you can find it, Australia Society of Model Engineers, I believe.
I forget what it's called.
Yeah, they have a name.
And et voila, j'ai fini.
Look at that, switch frog.
It doesn't look the greatest, but I don't care.
Well, yeah, it just needs to be functional, not pretty.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as the homemade one, it's actually pretty smooth.
That is pretty smooth, actually, compared to the one down there. Next switch down.
Mr. Tolkien is a sweet cat. Give him some pets for me. Mr. Batcat is the track inspector. What is Mr. Tolkien's? We still haven't figured that ourselves. I call him our local...
Little Tollers is pest control.
Yeah. Our local insect and aviation expert.
Yeah, he's an avian pest control too, unfortunately.
That poor bird yesterday.
Anyway, I think that's going to do it for today's stream. Thanks everybody for joining us. We'll cut this in another time and or finish cutting this in another time. But
that'll probably be its own video.
At least you've seen what it takes to make a switch frog
from start to finish.
From start to finish, and my goodness, it's not a
slow
process.
Let's say about 3 hours. We're up at the
3 hours. This is the fastest I've ever built a switch frog.
Yeah, this was a quick one.
Yeah. So anyway, big thanks to everybody who joined in. Patreon.com/Millbrook Railroad. Become a channel member, or let's see, you can also go over to millbrookrailroad.com. So thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, last couple of comments before I end this. Yeah. Just remember the comment about this, but when you're making your videos, you should really try to make longer ones. And if it has to do with the track line, you should always time lapse it, or you could always time lapse it. Oh, so I guess there is a market for longer videos.
Well, I do time lapse them.
Well, yeah.
Speeds up all the too long.
Speeds up all the footage to make a shorter video, but a long video that way you show more stuff of what you're doing instead of a bunch of smaller ones.
All right. Oh, are you referring mostly to the shorts that I do?
Are you referring to shorts, or are you referring to the videos?
Shorts, but the you just described most of my track construction videos. But yeah. Anyway,
well,
thanks for watching.
And thank you everyone for showing up too. Yeah.
It's great. I don't do enough of these live streams, so
this all started as a slight side comment. It's like, oh, we should stream this.
Yeah. This was off the cuff. So
yeah.
Anyway, thanks for watching, and right. I think we're gonna go inside and get some lunch.
Yeah.
Trip over the rail first.
I hear a woodpecker.
Is that what that crazy thing
Yeah, I saw it land over here and
that the pileated woodpecker?
Yeah, the big red one.
Yeah, the big red one.
Would you like to stop streaming? Yes.